Hi, cinnamon rolls. Let's make it. I'll start by melting about 80 grams of vegan butter in a saucepan. Once it's melted, I'll add 2 cups of milk or 480 milliliters to it. I'm using Oatly Barista. Usually that's the milk I use for coffee, so it's the one I always have at home. The hot butter with cold milk should get to around human temperature of 37 degrees Celsius or 2000 Fahrenheit, I think. Most of the time I just put my finger in, and if it feels warm then it's okay. Now I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of dry yeast and 60 grams of sugar for the yeast to feed on. Mix it well and move it to a bigger mixing bowl. Of course you can do everything in the mixing bowl from the start, but since I need to melt the butter and control the temperature of the milk, I like to do everything in the saucepan first. Now I'll add 575 grams of all-purpose flour or 5 cups. I added 4 first, then the last one after mixing everything. And because I got many comments previously saying, "Don't add the salt in the beginning, it will kill your yeast," or at least that's how it sounded in my head. So I'm leaving the salt till later. I'll put this in a warm place and let it rise for a little more than an hour. It took me some time to find the correct kitchen towel to cover the bowl, but I finally found the perfect one. If you want to support me, click on the link in the description. And don't forget to subscribe or at least watch the video till the end. It's only a few minutes long. After an hour, I'm gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Mix it in the dough, then sprinkle some flour on top and on the cutting board. I suggest using a very big board or use your countertop because this is gonna take a lot of space. Some people like to use rolling pin, but I think stretching the dough by hand is good enough. That way you don't get all the air out of the dough, especially that it's very elastic and soft dough. I'm going for a rectangular shape. I stopped when there was no more space to roll the dough. Now all that's left is adding some soft vegan butter, sugar, and cinnamon. I don't like to add a lot of butter, just enough for the sugar to mix with when melting to produce a soft caramel instead of sugar crystals. Then brown sugar, or white if you prefer, both should work fine. And then cinnamon. It's hard to get the edge pieces to be filled with sugar and cinnamon, but try your best. Then roll the dough in the short direction and cut it into 4 to 5 centimeter thick slices. Don't lose the edge pieces because we need to add some more filling to them. Now arrange the cut pieces in an oven tray, leaving a small space between them. Add more sugar and cinnamon to the edge pieces. Cover the tray and let it rise for about 30 minutes while you heat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 25,350 degrees Fahrenheit. I really don't know the conversion rate. I usually eat the rolls without any frosting or topping, but for the purpose of aesthetics, I melted some dark chocolate and added canola oil to it to keep it from hardening. I'll use this as a topping. When the oven is heated, put the tray in and watch it transform. Take it out when the top starts getting a light brown color. Some like to keep space between each roll and brush the outside with milk or oil to give it some color. But I like that each one of them is soft all around because they're not directly exposed to heat. I made myself a cup of coffee, and here I'm trying so hard to get sponsored by Oatly. Drizzled some chocolate sauce on top and forgot my table manners. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching.